Today we're going to talk to some of the 1st Regiment of the North Carolina Continental Line interpreters at Cheyenne Palace. They're going to tell us a little bit about the daily life of a soldier, some of the weapons they would have used, some of the flags of that time period, and a little bit of history of the Continental Line.
It's not the Revolutionary War, pretty important, but I think we have some visitors.
Oh, hi! This is Chris Peluso with the North Carolina Continental Line at Cheyenne Palace. He's going to tell us a little bit about the North Carolina Continental Line.
So the North Carolina Continental Line is the first unit of troops that was raised by the North Carolina General Assembly during the Revolutionary War. In September of 1775, General Assembly authorized these troops to get formed. Their early recruiting was all in Wilmington, and they trained and equipped there. They actually borrowed muskets from the townspeople because they didn't have enough armaments. And then they went on to participate in the Moorish Creek campaign, the defense of Wilmington, defense of Charleston, before joining George Washington's army for 3 years up in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York. After that, they came back south and actually were part of the unsuccessful defense of Charleston the second time, where 287 men were captured. About a year and a half later, over the summer of 1781, the Assembly reformed the 1st Regiment again, and they went on to finish the war in North and South Carolina before winning our independence.
Hi, welcome to camp. So can you tell us a little bit about the daily life of a soldier?
Yeah, so just like today, soldiers' daily lives revolve around training and food preparation and weapons maintenance and practice and all those things that make up normal Army life. But in the 18th century, soldiers also were responsible for gathering a lot of their own food. So troops would go out on foraging missions to go try and beg, borrow, sometimes steal whatever foodstuffs they could find to help feed themselves and their compatriots.
Can you tell me which one of these flags most relates to the North Carolina Continental Line?
Well, when the first North Carolina Continental Line came into being, as time progressed, there's a lot of American flags with different units. As you can see, the first flag, the Grand Union, was very similar to the British flag. So as time progressed, they realized they needed to get away from this because of the similarities. So as we come along, you see there was many different flags for different militia groups, different states, the Navy, in different battles. As we come to the end, we see the Betsy Ross flag. Because of the similarities we saw earlier with the Grand Union and the British flag, George Washington and several others approached Betsy Ross to come up with a design of a flag that would have a constellation in a blue field representing the 13 individual colonies, as well as red and white stripes to represent the colonies. North Carolina served under this flag until they were captured in Charleston in 1780, and again as they reformed a little further along in the war, they would have served under this flag or various versions up until the flag that we know of today.
Can you show me what the steps are for loading that musket?
Sure, so first we're going to poise our firelocks. Half cock your firelock. So we've got to open it up so we can load it the right way. Priming position. Handle cartridge. Now reach around to the back and pull a paper cartridge out of a box, rip the top of it off, prime his pan by pouring a little bit of powder into that pan, close cartridge, cast about, load cartridge so the rest of the powder and the bullet will drop down the barrel. We'll draw his ramrod, ram down the cartridge, make sure everything's good and tight, and then return his ramrod and tell us that he's ready to fire. We will shoulder his firelock, poise firelock, cock firelock, make ready.
So thank you for coming on this adventure of finding out more about the 1st Regiment of the North Carolina Continental Line with me. I hope you enjoyed it. For more information, you can visit Cheyenne Palace in New Bern or the Story of North Carolina exhibit right here at the North Carolina Museum of History.